Good afternoon. Welcome to the TheoTrade afternoon video. I'm Blake Young, and today is July 2nd, 2025, and we're going to talk about the bounce in oil and whether it's time to buy into energy. Now, to start with, I do have favorite numbers. If you've ever been in the main room with me, you know I've talked about this ad nauseum. 68, 78, 68, 78, 68, 78 for crude. Now, crude's prices have bounced right back into that 68 range. Now, you see I've got a yellow block here and a yellow block here. So it's the kind of the area around 68 and 78. And if we're going to sustain this bounce higher, the next target would be potentially all the way up to 78 or maybe 79.17 that would match the monkey bar. And I'm looking for crude to get through this 69.70 area and keep that momentum running up to the top. But we had a very interesting sell-off in March through June that created an inverse head and shoulders. The question is, are we retesting the neckline? It looks like it. Are we bouncing off it? It looks like it. So it does seem to be sustaining the higher highs, higher lows. That alone would have me looking at this as a bullish opportunity. If we can close above 68, I am a little concerned about the 69.73 level of the monkey bar. But that does not mean that it's not time to buy into energy. Energy does not need to be going all the way back up. Crude doesn't have to be going all the way back up to 78 for energy to be successful in its margins. Anything above 56 is usually profitable for most energy companies. Anything above 68 is highly profitable. Anything above 78 is extremely profitable and record numbers as far as their margins are concerned. So as we look at XLE and look at the opportunity, today's move seems to be supporting the idea of going in this long trend up. We've got higher highs, higher lows, and what I see is a pretty solid channel bouncing off the lows and giving us a distribution or monkey bar breakout with the bullish divergence pointing to 90. As long as crude stays here, we should see prices going to 90. Now that's on XLE. Individual stocks inside of energy are even more attractive as this bounce is setting up. So let's take a look at a few of these. If we look at ExxonMobil, we've created a higher high, higher low, and breaking out of the monkey bars. Normally, all I need is that bounce through there, but we got a solid breakout through this. I'm looking for a move from 111 up to about 118 this month, and possibly going through the 52-week highs if it takes a more significant move on crude up towards that 78. We should be able to get through those highs. But ExxonMobil is a fairly low-risk opportunity to trade for about a 7% move on the way up. Take a look at ConocoPhillips. ConocoPhillips also breaking out of its monkey bars, also creating higher highs, higher lows through here. And the move here takes us from 94 up to about 104. So we're talking about 11% move in ConocoPhillips. Schlumberger. And I'm just going to go through a number of these, but Schlumberger has also broken out. Now this one, I do want it to break out of this pattern. It's not higher highs, higher lows. It's equal highs, equal lows. It's created a very long-term rectangle, if you want to call it that. And I'm watching for this to break free. If it breaks free, this move should repeat. And if we're talking about that move, we're talking about a move of about 10% higher and through that next monkey bar level. We're going to take a look at two others as we're setting these up. We have CVX, higher highs, higher lows, and the breakout through here. Now this has gone a little bit further. I don't think we have as much upside potential, but it's still about a 3.5 to 5% move higher on Chevron. EOG is a similar higher high and a breakout, but the breakout actually occurred yesterday, so we would have wanted to be a buyer back yesterday before trading up to these next levels. Now, there's a lot of stocks inside of energy, like Valero, that is not at a price that is discounted and moving higher. It's testing the previous highs, so it's not quite the same game. We want to be looking at these on the bounces in the uptrend to really give us the opportunity. I still like the idea of just going back to energy as the energy ETF and getting a diversified approach. There's less likelihood of a surprise move. And again, we do not need oil to run to 78. We just have to keep their margins above $65, $66, $70 a barrel. And we should be able to see energy prices get up to these highs. And then we're not chasing Valero at the highs. We're entering the trades at the bounce, and we have an upside potential. In addition to that, these stocks, the stocks that are in the energy sector, are also dividend stocks. So these give us an opportunity to trade the trade while collecting the dividends, and we don't need to have it move. We get a dividend portion of that as well. Just to give you a quick view, this ETF provides a 3.3% dividend yield. If we look on ExxonMobil, 3.5%. We look at Schlumberger is 3%. We look at CVX, Chevron, 4.6%. So their high dividend yield, or relatively high dividend yield, equal to or close to or surpassing even bonds. So if you're concerned about the bonds and the bond opportunities as bonds have been beat up so much, energy has bounced up and is acting as the counter US dollar trade while it's still paying a high dividend yield. If we go back and look at the dollar's response in conjunction with this ADP non-farm payroll, we hit a record low yesterday and we paused. That's all that happened. The dollar really couldn't get its footing strong enough to reverse this move. If the dollar remains weak, it means that all things quoted in dollars, including petroleum, as it is the petrodollar, there's generally going to be less dollar purchasing power compared to oil prices and commodities and gold and silver. And it might mean it's time to buy into metals and miners as well. But we're just going to focus primarily on energy stocks today. And if we go back again and say, well, IEF, which is the 7-to-10-year Treasury bond ETF, it's paying 3.83%. So some of these ETFs some of the individual stocks, and including the ETF, XLE, are paying equal to bonds. So you're getting the risk-free premium, but the upside potential as margins are increasing in energy. And if the dollar remains weak, if today's bounce was not enough to reverse it, if the dollar remains weak here, then we might expect to see a continuation of commodities going higher, including oil, and those higher dividend yielding stocks, while you get the gains from 5% to 12% move higher, just targeting the next distribution range. And the last one I'd focus on, I'm not worried too much about the support companies. They are still going to have roughly the same amount of business, at least so far as I can see. But as far as oil exploration, these are the ones that are going to benefit from the higher margins primarily. If you want to dig in a little bit deeper and avoid things like Kinder Morgan, XOP will be a similar situation where we're looking for this long-term trend to continue. And if this long-term trend continues, and we're talking about the channel that's been running up through here, then we do have potentially going up to 145. We have a potential monkey bar breakout a little bit earlier here, and we could be going from 130 to 140 or 130 to 145, and we're talking about a 10 to 15% climb to return back to 52-week highs if oil prices stay above 68 to 78. And that should set up for a long-term trend, a long-term trade that still provides a decent dividend of about 2.3%. But the opportunity is there, the signal is there, the timing is there, the dividends are there. Just be aware that we are coming up to earnings season as we begin the next quarter, which means that a number of these oil companies will start reporting the end of this month and into the beginning of next month. So be aware of that, but the opportunity is there. Tomorrow is a half day. That's the reason why I'm doing the video today. Tomorrow's a half day, so be aware that tomorrow's half day and Friday is closed for the 4th of July holiday. We will look forward to talking to you either in tomorrow's half day or on Monday or next week in the afternoon video. Thanks for watching.